tingznice.com, to the Tingz Nice YouTube channel or IGTV Live, or not live, but IGTV, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Sha. I feel like I haven't done one of these in mad long. Like, I've done podcast episodes and I've done like recipes, but I don't know that I've actually been on here since I moved. Like, since I did that whole vlog about where I moved to and what that transition was like, and moving during Rona or whatever. So I'm settled. It's October. I'm settled. I love my space. And now that things have calmed down a bit, I am sharing with you like what that space looks like, because a number of people have asked me to like do this show and tell so that they can get some ideas about how to set up their space. So I live in, basically, not to put my business out there, but anyway, I live in a one bedroom apartment, and I wanted to have a space within my bedroom that also served as my design lab, because I don't have a lot of space anywhere else, and I really do want like the multifunctional aspect of things. Additionally, if in my mind, if I put my design lab in my bedroom, it gives me more motivation to keep everything neat and tidy, because I don't like clutter. I don't like to look at mess, at least not for a long period of time. And honestly, having the spaces combined has helped with that. So my workspace is pretty much always like this unless I'm working, right? So my bed's, I try to keep my bed made and all that, and it just keeps your spirit, or keeps my spirit rather, in a better place. So I'm giving you the rundown of how things work here in the Tingz Nice Design Lab. Okay, so I will just kind of go through a couple things real quick. So it was a no-brainer that my supply needs would be filled at IKEA. Inexpensive storage solutions and unique lighting options were the only items on my list for this design lab upgrade. Once I got back home, I put on my DIY hat, assembled the new furniture, cleaned it, and then put my own spin on things. Boom, boom. Real quick, so my desk, most of this stuff I purchased from IKEA, and I've had it for a while, like from my previous design labs. This is the stuff that kind of came with me when I moved. So this table, it's a pretty long table. It's white. I like white because it's white furniture in the design space, because again, it helps me to see what needs to be cleaned. It helps me kind of just make sure that it just has like a neater feel to it, as opposed to like dark wood and all that, and I can't really see. And then it also makes the room, dark wood makes rooms, in my opinion, kind of look a little bit smaller. So white just opens up the space, right? So I have my big table. This is my printer right here. It's an HP Envy Photo 7155. I love it. I had a bunch of printers before this that I could not stand. It took forever to print. The quality was poor. But this right here serves me well, especially for just for photos and for doing my earring projects. It really, really, really is a great printer, and it's things come out like that. I have this, I'll show you right here, this desk lamp that I just got from IKEA. And it can go on the wall, or you can just clamp it to the desk, which I love, and it just adds a little bit of extra light, and it has a clicky on the bottom. The only thing is, I'm wondering if the light comes in white, because I'm not really a fan of yellow light. Okay, so then I'm moving on. This is my laptop case. This is my laptop. I have a Dell XPS 2-in-1, and I got this case from, I think, Skinit. I think I got it from Skinit, but I designed it myself. It's just my podcast cover, and I stuck it on there one try. It's basically a 3M. It's a 3M sticky sheet that you put on there. The only downfall that I didn't care for the cover was that it didn't come with like it didn't come with a keyboard cover. So I'll probably order that from another vendor. But anyway, so this is my Cricut Maker. This is what I use to do a lot of my work. Inside of it has these little containers that I just put all the stuff in here. Is actually not even for Cricut, it's for other things, but I just love the compartment that it has, so I just use it for things that I use on a frequent basis. And then I'm gonna turn this around so you can see exactly what is happening. All right, so this is the other side of my place. These containers I got from Uline, and they come in different sizes. So these are this is a smaller version, and then the ones down here, if you can see, I have 4 of them. You can see the top 2, but these are basically the same thing, and they're from Uline as well. And Uline is basically like a wholesale place. If you have a business, you have an EIN number, you are good to go, and you can purchase your stuff from Uline. And the great thing about them, and I don't know how they're doing during Rona, but the great thing about Uline is that you pretty much always get your stuff the next day. If it's not the next day, within a week, you will have your items. And they come in bulk. So I think I bought these years ago, like 2009, 10 or before. Years ago, they hold me down. You can also put like little labels in here, but because I don't do commitment really well, I don't want to commit to putting labels, because I usually always change my mind and then switch things around if they're not working for me. So the bigger bins, let me just break this down. So these are my resin supplies that I use most of the time. I have them right here because I have them on the top, have them readily available, because this is what I use a lot. Markers and pens are here. These are paint supplies, so my paint brushes, my sponges. These are all my other kind of tools. I have my safety goggles, pliers, scissors, whatever else, pin buys, right? That's there. This right here, I don't want it to be here, but it's gonna stay here for the moment. And these are just like the little things that I put into my little complimentary gifts that I put into my packaging. And then this box has my packing tape, my custom packing tape that I got from, see that? Haha, handmade Tingz, that I got from Sticker Mule. And then I also have like my packaging cards in this bin that I got from, I made these in Canva, and then they printed them out for me. And so I just have like easy access stuff that I use all the time right here on the top. Then under here, over this side, and you can't see, there we go. Over here, these are all my jewelry findings and my beads. This is some packing stuff that I can't really fit anywhere right now, but it will have a home. And then, so top, I have all my adhesives in one. So I basically have these within the bigger boxes. So all my packing tape is within one. I have glue gun sticks. This side is all of my my cutters. What are they called? I can't remember what this is called right now, but this basically hole puncher. That's what it's called. I have a whole bunch of hole punchers here. This next one, these are just some fans. Shout out to IHM fans. These are all my wooden pieces, so all my wooden blanks that I use for my jewelry. Below that, excuse me, these are just containers that I have to put in like findings or other things that I need that are basically loose. And then this is like the bin for everything that I use with for my button work. And then the last shelf has all of my vinyl that I use with my my Cricut machine. So that's how I sorted that. And then this right here is my 2 dry erase boards, some blank canvas, and then we'll move on to this bin. Sorry about that. So again, everything trying to be all nice and neat. This is my ring light. Try to have that accessible because I use that pretty often for my podcasting, blogging, and all that. Clearly I'm not using it right now. So this came from IKEA. It has 4 baskets in it. The downfall to this is that it didn't have a top. And I realized that as I was going to the cash register, and I was like, oh crap, it doesn't have a top. And so if I didn't have a top, then I wouldn't be able to, put this on it. And then the top would be exposed, which would have looked crazy. So I don't know if you know, but IKEA has a section, each IKEA has a section, or a department rather, that's called the as is section. So basically that is where they put all the things that are essentially just marked down, and you can buy it as is. So if something has a scratch on it, or if it's no longer in the shop or no longer available, then you can, or it might be the last of something, then that is where you go for something. If you're not too particular about it being worn down, or it looking a certain way, or it being the last of an item, that's where you go. So this top shelf is, I don't know what it is, but it's almost like a frame. And I was like, oh, this will work. So I just made sure that it would fit decently over this. And I stuck it to this with some 3M tape, command strips, and we're good to go. So if I ever wanted to take it up, I could. But I just like how it looks. I like the little glass top look. It just kind of finishes things off very well. So whenever you go to IKEA, make sure that you take your measuring tape. I have my measuring tape around me. She was like, oh, do you sew? I was like, no, I make jewelry, but this is not why I have this around my neck. So anyway, let's talk about the contents of the drawer. Top shelf. First basket, I have, these are all resin supplies. This is everything resin. And these are all of my jewelry items that are ready to ship for now. I do need to find another container for that. So I have my molds. I have my sandpaper, gloves, sticks, more silicone making stuff. Basically all resin. The next container is all of my basically additives. So all my acrylic paints, all my glitters, all my foil, all my, I have cowrie shells in here, anything that can be added to resin or to wood or to whatever mixed media it is that I'm making at the time. That's where I find all that stuff. Next drawer is everything. Give you a little look. Next drawer, these are all my clay materials, anything that I need for clay. This is a continuously growing area right here because I have more stuff coming in. So it's great that I have this space. So I have my baking sheets, my pasta machine, clay that I'm working on that needs to be finished, rollers, and all types of other little tools. And then I keep my cutters in here, my middle ones. And then these are just little pieces for my extruder set. These little containers I got from Michael's, I believe, and they come in different sizes. And then the bottom rack is everything I need for my shipping supplies. So I have my shredded paper, my little mini shipping pouches, my jewelry bags, my tissue paper, boxes, all of that goes in here. And I'm probably going to need another space for more supplies eventually. So that's that. What else can I share? So as far as, and I have my little trash bin. Clearly we need that. And then this is really just a bin for my exercise supplies that I just kind of hide, also wanting to keep them readily available as well, but out the way, and so that they don't look, so it doesn't make the space look, neat. I mean, what's the word? So it doesn't make the space look, disorganized and junky. I hate junky. I hate junky. So, I mean, that's it. That's the tour. Let me see. All these little wall art that you see, this is from part of my fro. This is from part of my fro shelf. So made my logo, the Tingz Nice logo, and these little wall embellishments and frames I got from, like, with the word art, either from like Hobby Lobby or Michaels or Joanne Fabrics. They all have wall art spaces, and you know, the hats are my hats. You know, I think it's a great way to add some character to the wall by putting your hats up there, and also a space to make sure that they stay neat and they stay shapely, right? My plants are real. That's my snake plant. And I have some more plants in the area. But yeah, this is my space. I love it. I enjoy working here. I think it's great. So if you want some tips and links on how to get your space this way, or where to get the items, I'm gonna put all the links in the notes below. Make sure you go and follow and subscribe and read the blog article. Okay? Okay. So holla at me. I hope that was fun. Hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. I like sharing. Sorry that this was unstable. I'll get a videographer one day. All right, I'm out. It's almost 11 minutes long. All right, peace. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.